Did you know the American mall is dying? Today I'm taking you through 15 once dominant mall brands that are now gasping for air in the retail apocalypse of this year. These giants that defined shopping for generations are now fighting for survival and losing. JCPenney, once America's go-to department store, has closed over 200 locations since 2020. After emerging from bankruptcy, they've struggled to define their identity in a world where Amazon delivers everything to your doorstep in hours. Their dated store designs and confused marketing strategy have left them in retail purgatory, not luxury enough for high-end shoppers, yet not affordable enough for budget-conscious consumers. Macy's, the iconic department store that gave us the Thanksgiving Day parade, announced plans to close another 150 stores by the end of 2025. Their massive retail footprints have become albatrosses around their necks as foot traffic plummets. Despite attempts to create store-within-store concepts and exclusive partnerships, they've failed to convince younger shoppers they're relevant in today's digital-first world. Forever 21's fast fashion empire continues crumbling after their 2019 bankruptcy. While they once dominated teen wardrobes, their quality issues and sustainability concerns have driven Gen Z towards secondhand platforms like Depop and ThredUp. Their attempts to rebrand as eco-friendly have been seen as transparent greenwashing, further alienating conscious consumers. Sears, perhaps the most tragic fall in retail history, has dwindled from over 3,500 stores to fewer than 20 nationwide. The former catalog king that literally sold everything, even house kits, failed to invest in e-commerce and store experiences. Now they're essentially a real estate company managing the valuable property they still own. Victoria's Secret has been in free fall since 2018 when former CEO Les Wexner's connections to Jeffrey Epstein became public. Their hypersexualized marketing and lack of size inclusivity alienated a generation of women seeking empowerment over objectification. Despite attempts to rebrand with more diverse models, their sales continue declining as brands like Savage X Fenty and Aerie capture market share. Gap can't seem to capture the cultural relevance it enjoyed in the 90s. Their once iconic logo hoodies and basic denim no longer excite consumers looking for unique styles. Despite Yeezy collaborations and attempts to revitalize their brand, store closures continue as sales slip quarter after quarter. Their latest rebrand in 2024 barely moved the needle. Abercrombie & Fitch has struggled to shed its controversial past under former CEO Mike Jeffries. While they've made progress with more inclusive marketing, their pricing puts them in an uncomfortable middle ground, too expensive for fast fashion shoppers but lacking the quality of true premium brands. Their latest quarter showed a 17% decline in same-store sales. American Eagle faces similar challenges. While their Aerie lingerie subsidiary thrives, their main brand struggles with identity and relevance. Young shoppers see the brand as distinctly millennial, with Gen Z largely avoiding their stores in favor of online native brands that better reflect their values and aesthetic preferences. In 2025, this generational divide may deepen further unless significant changes are made to appeal to younger audiences. Express has announced plans to close 100 stores by year-end after reporting alarming revenue declines for 8 consecutive quarters. Their business-casual focus became obsolete during pandemic work-from-home trends, and they failed to pivot effectively to the hybrid work wardrobe consumers now demand. Claire's, the mall staple where generations got their ears pierced, filed for bankruptcy in 2018 and continues struggling to redefine itself. As mall foot traffic declines and kids spend more time online than in shopping centers, their impulse purchase business model has become increasingly unsustainable. Their debt load remains crippling, Foot Locker shocked investors with plans to close 400 underperforming locations by 2026. As Nike and other major brands focus on direct-to-consumer sales, traditional retailers have lost their exclusive access to coveted sneaker releases. The sneakerhead culture that once drove lines outside their stores now shops directly from brand apps or resale platforms. Bed Bath & Beyond's dramatic decline has become a case study in retail mismanagement after aggressive cost-cutting that left shelves empty and stores understaffed. Their core customers abandoned them. Their 2022 bankruptcy filing and subsequent restructuring haven't resolved their fundamental problem. They can't compete on price with Target or on experience with specialty retailers. GameStop's meme stock saga temporarily masked their failing business model. As gaming goes digital, their physical media stores have become increasingly irrelevant. Despite attempts to pivot to e-commerce under investor Ryan Cohen, recent quarters have shown accelerating losses and declining customer engagement. Their NFT marketplace launch was particularly disastrous. Neiman Marcus, synonymous with luxury department store shopping, has failed to attract younger affluent customers who prefer curated boutiques or online luxury platforms like Farfetch and Net-a-Porter. Their 2020 bankruptcy and continued store closures reflect a broader challenge. Luxury shoppers no longer need department stores as gatekeepers to designer brands. J.Crew's quality decline following their 2011 private equity acquisition has severely damaged their reputation. Once known for affordable luxury basics, they're now viewed as overpriced for their diminishing quality. Their bankruptcy restructuring in 2020 has not reversed their fortunes, as they continue losing market share to more nimble competitors. What's killing these mall staples? 5 common factors emerge. First, crushing debt from private equity buyouts forced cost-cutting that damaged customer experience. Second, failure to develop compelling omni-channel experiences left them vulnerable to e-commerce competitors. Third, real estate costs for massive mall locations became unsustainable as foot traffic declined. Fourth, slow adaptation to changing consumer values around sustainability and inclusivity made them seem out of touch. Finally, they lost their distinct identity, becoming interchangeable in consumers' minds. The mall isn't completely dead, though. Brands that reinvented themselves like Apple stores and Lululemon continue thriving by creating experiences worth visiting in person. The winners understand that physical retail must offer something impossible to replicate online. Which of these struggling brands do you think could still turn things around? Share your thoughts in the comments, hit subscribe for more deep dives into retail trends, and stay tuned for upcoming insights into the companies defying the odds and thriving in today's tough market. The retail apocalypse may be real, but so is reinvention.